All right, everybody, welcome back. We are on the challenge levels of level 8, which is part of lesson 5. So we have one, two, three, four. We have 5 of them, but here's what's going to be interesting with this one. These 5 are for you to push yourself in really interesting ways. So let's look at one to start, or A to start with. All right. It says challenge. Draw a changing image. Changing. I was trying to say challenging and changing at the same time. So challenge. Draw a changing image. Using variables, draw an image where many of the items rely on a common variable for size or placement. For example, draw a face with variables controlling the size and or placement of both eyes, ears, and nostrils, or a slice of pizza with variables controlling the size and or placement of the toppings. Once you have your drawing completed, try changing the values of your variables to make sure that the whole image changes together. All right, so as you can see, there's not much here. If I press run, it just puts 2 circles. And that's because you are supposed to make this yours. You can make whatever you want. You can challenge yourself however you would like to do so. So this isn't really something that I'm going to walk you through because everybody's going to do something different. But I read the directions and then I'm going to tell you to enjoy and good luck. And we're going to go look at the next activity. So B says challenge updating variables. All right. So this one says, so far we've only ever assigned a value to a variable once. But did you know you can update a variable during a program? Read through the example program we provided, run it a few times to understand how it works, and then attempt to modify the program to draw one of the following images. All right, so when we run it, it shows me 3 red circles. All right. So how can we use this to create one of these images is the question mark. Well, this is something that I can do with you. So it says variable X gets 50, variable Y gets 50. So that's good to know. And then fill red, ellipse XY, increase X by 50. Now X is 100. All right. So that means that each time um, you go through this, it's going to increase the size of your X and the size of your Y. Okay. So, okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. So fill red, ellipse X, Y, increase X by 50. All right. Okay. Okay. So, okay, so that's what's happening here. See, I mean, I could use the teacher's manual, but I'm not. I'm doing this with you, so I had to puzzle that out myself for a moment there. All right, so each time it gives you a new ellipse, it's increasing the size by 50. And if we look at the grid, I have to move a cat out of the way. If we look at the grid, you can see here, 1 plus 50 plus 50. So I want, you know what? I really do. I want to try and make this a more challenging one. Um, and so I need to push the cat out of the way again and see what we have here. All right. So we're going to do y equals y plus 50. And then I'm going to do that again. So y equals y plus 50. All right, and let's see if that worked the way I wanted it to. Reset. Hey! All right. So now I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to go into the text version because, think smarter, not harder. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to paste it again. All right. And if I did this correctly, when we reset it and we run it, ba-da, there we go. All right. Okay. It's like moments like this that I love programming. Okay. So we're going to click the orange finish button. You can do it either any which way you want, vertically, horizontally, diagonally. Um, and we're going to go to activity C, which is the string variables. I actually had a student who asked me about this. And so I've already looked at it once. Let's run and see what happened. I thought I reset it. Let's run it again and see what happens. Okay. All right. So challenge string variables. So far, we've only ever assigned a number of value to a variable. But did you know you can give a string value to a variable? Read through the example program we've provided and then modify the program. Create new images with different colors. Okay. So right here, it shows us the colors are so variable color one gives us crimson, variable two, color two gives us coral, variable color three gives us gold, and then variable color four gives us azure, which is supposed to be blue. um, okay. So I'm gonna change this up a little bit. I'm gonna make this purple. I like the gold, and then I'm gonna make this black. So if I did this right, we should see the colors of the middle school that I teach at right now. So reset and run. Hey, it looks a little odd. I'm not gonna lie. I think I actually want to make this black, and I'm gonna make this crimson. All right. So let's reset that, run it again. There we go. All right. So there are the colors of the middle school that I teach at right now. So with that, we're gonna click on the finish button and go look at activity D. So this one is another one of those that you're going to do on your own. As you can see, there's nothing in the coding block. You have complete free range. So it says abstract art. Use what you've learned so far to create a drawing or piece of artwork that uses variables to keep track of size, locations, or colors. Well, at this point, you know how to use all three. For example, you could create a piece of art that uses variables to keep track of different facial features such as eye shape and locations or mouth size or any other features of your choice. You could also choose to create a piece of art that is completely abstract. Don't forget to still use variables. So they want you to Picasso this up. You may not be able to create the perfect drawing yet, but you can develop a prototype or a rough draft, which shows the general idea of the drawing and some of the basic features behind how it could look. When you're finished, you can click share to send your creation to a friend or remix to send it to your projects gallery. All right. So you guys could send these to the art teachers and be like, see, we're doing art in our coding class. Ah ha ha ha. Wouldn't that be funny? So all right. Like I said, this is up to interpretation. You can make whatever you want. And once you're done, you'll click run. We'll see it. You can share it. And let's go look at the last activity, which is a nature scene. So same thing here. You're going to get some practice. So it says, use what you've learned so far to create a drawing of nature that uses variables to keep track of size, locations, or colors. For example, you could create a drawing with trees, flowers, and ladybugs, and use variables to make sure all of the tree leaves, flower petals, or ladybug spots are all the same shape, size, or color. You can be as creative as you want. And seriously, you can, guys. You may not be able to create the perfect drawing yet, but you can develop a prototype, so again, a rough draft, which shows the general idea of the drawing and some of the basic features behind how it could look. When you're finished, you can click share to send your creation to a friend or remix to send it to your projects gallery. All right. So, with that, those are all the activities. Yes, I would like for you to do all of them because that gives you more practice, and you need the practice to really make sure that these foundational skills set in. Because remember, this part is easy, but it is going to get more challenging as we go along. All right. So, with that, I will let you guys enjoy and have some fun, and I will see you for the next lesson. When you're done, you're going to click the orange finish button here and it will show you finished lesson 5. Check in with your teacher for the next activity. So great job, and I will see you the next lesson. All right, y'all, have fun.